All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Raikou recap, everyone's favorite show. I will say first off, if you guys are listening to the intro, thank you. I will say this will be a much more slower paced video. I think this was the best week in Raikou history as far as sets. The sets were the most interesting. There's the most to learn, and just overall. I think this week is if this is the first time you ever watch through a whole one of these videos, I would recommend it being this one, even though it'll likely be the longest. So just keep that in mind. If this is gonna be your first time watching through a whole one of the videos, I would recommend this one over any other one. But with that said, we're gonna be taking a much more. I changed the music this week to a much more slower paced, relaxing one. So just. We're going to be taking it slow. Lots of stuff to cover in almost every game. So, with that said, let's just get straight into our first match. We have the Bops versus Bai, I believe, right? Bai is Icy Glastrier. Starting this off, I know Bops a lot. I was through a lot of these prep rooms. He did a lot of work on this first turn. But if a Rotom Wash is leading, just in general, there's like 3 things they're going to do. 1, they have like a good Hydro Pump on you, and they're going to just click Hydro Pump. 2, they're like Scarfed Volt Switch, and they'll be Volt Switching on you. Or 3, they're going to Will-O-Wisp or Volt, like they're not going to be Scarfed, and they're going to be like Will-O-Wisp or some other shenanigans, you know, in order to do this stuff. So, this Chestnut is essentially immediately been neutered from the jump because of this Rotom, which, I mean, really good turn for Bai. This Chestnut could have been a massive problem for him. Yeah, and he just, Will-O-Wisp was, I don't know why he said predicted. He did say predicted in chat. There was no prediction there at all. You know, Will-O-Wisp was just a good play. Yeah, this is a knowledge diff. I'm not going to comment on that play. Some people don't know that what Bulletproof does, and it's fine. It comes in the case of like Weather Ball, Shadow Ball, Pyro Ball. Most moves that end in ball, Bulletproof catches. There's a few other moves, but this is generally the gist of the important ones. But this Chestnut's gonna keep getting up. I will say this is Troll from Bops. I was probably in the call when he made this, and I didn't even catch it, but you generally, in most cases, unless there's specific Pokemon, don't want to double coverage. Notable examples would be like if you're running like a Palafin, it would be nice to have Wave Crash or Flip Turn, or, you know, there are cases in which case a move provides different utility, but in this case, why would you run both? I would rather be running Synthesis over Drain Punch, or we could be running Iron Defense Body Press. Bulk up Drain Punch is fine, but you then don't need to go Body Press. Like, it's just a confusing mix of things that don't need to happen. I will say, Lando T comes in. He goes for the Calm Mind, and now, I know he doesn't have perfect knowledge, but I cannot imagine a world other than Sucker Punch, where, this Espathra dies, but I think it lives with Reflect Up. So, in my mind, set up another Calm Mind here and start going ham. He doesn't end up doing it. I think he would have just won the game, especially because later in the game, we're going to find out the Bops didn't even bring Sucker Punch, which was another just prep mistake. Also, this is something I've noticed about Bops' play in general. Bops is very, very, very often willing to set up in situations that it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't accomplish anything. Okay. If this is a very important turn, I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to think out why. We're going to play it again. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds. This turn is so important because what it signifies. If you notice, the Urshifu swaps out first, which, if you know how this works, that is full-on confirmation for Bai that this Urshifu is Scarfed, because the faster Pokemon always swaps out first. So it's full confirmation that Bai, that Bai should know now that this Urshifu is Scarfed, and very importantly for Bops, he should know that this Espathra needs to be at +2 to outspeed, not +1. That is very, very, very important info. So that is something you guys, that is another thing you guys should just take away. There's going to be times where Pokemon will just swap out, and you can find out if they're Scarfed if you swap it at the same time, and theirs goes first when it shouldn't. So the faster Pokemon always swaps out first. Honestly, when you're in a position like this as well, for Bops, bringing out this Chestnut is such a liability. Because it's only going to take one time for Bai to realize that this is setup fodder, and to just go Espathra and start cleaning up shop. Like, this thing could do nothing to an Espathra. Especially now that he's swapped it out multiple times. Like, Bai just has to come to the realization one time that he can start sweeping with Espathra. I mean, just look at this. I mean, literally pitiful damage. Like, he should be coming to the realization. Actually, I will say, I'll give Bai credit here. That was a really smart play. If he noticed, I don't think he noticed. He definitely didn't notice because he was asking if it was Scarfed later in the game. But if he noticed that this was, this Urshifu is Scarfed, then it's really smart to make that prediction there. It doesn't pan out, but he does try it. I believe Bops goes for Toxic here. I like the Toxic. Chili's fine. Chili probably gives you more. Wow, this Chestnut's still so bulky. These rocks going up. These rocks probably should have been up a lot earlier. But, oh, we do get rid of the Espathra leftovers. That is very, very nice. Cinderace will come in, though. Nice. Good play from Bai. Good play from Bai. What does he do here? Does he Sludge Bomb? Oh, he Surfs. That's a fine prediction, I guess. You kind of just have to give up this Chestnut. But honestly, this Chestnut, it's good that it's dead. This thing has been a liability for the entire game now. Primarina goes for Moonblast. Nice. Gets a clean kill there. Cinderace comes in. Go to Land OT. Alright. Land OT's fine. I like the U-turn. Keep up momentum. You definitely, if you're a team with Bai, you want to be keeping up momentum. I think he goes... Does he go for Hydro Pump or Volt Switch here? He goes for the Pump. Yeah, and then the Volt Switch... That crit matters, but it doesn't at the same time. Land OT is going to come in. I believe this... Does this Toxic not kill? No, it doesn't. He's going to go for a U-turn. I believe it should be U-turn, U-turn. That would be the smart play. No, he goes for the Brick Break. You probably just want to go... How many turns left did that have? The Reflect has 3 turns left. I think it's more... It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Slowbro's gonna come in. This crit sucks because now he's in a shitty spot. Did he? No, okay. Nice. Will-O-Wisp missing doesn't necessarily matter. It's a little troll that he went for it. This Pain Split is super troll. You just gotta know. You gotta know. If you don't know how Pain Split works, Pain Split is accumulation. So both Pokemon's HP goes into 1 HP bar, and then is just split in half. So that's why, like, you can, like, Pain Split a Blissey and get back your full entire health bar. If you didn't know. The, I believe this, yeah, the Slowking just goes down here. And then a Cleavor also goes down. Some people will call that troll. I think that plays fine. It gets you back into a position where you can just, like, straight 1-for-1. Karen picks up a Draco. So there's two options here. One of them is to go, I guess, to Primarina. The other is to go to Urshifu. I personally probably go to Urshifu and take the risk, especially now that you should, in theory, know that you're faster. Dazzling Gleam for sure kills you, but it's probably just a risk worth taking. But if he goes Prima here, keep in mind, you got to remember these things. I can for sure understand not knowing how bulletproof works if none of your Pokemon have it. But, dude, this is a starter Pokemon. We've got Torrent on all of the water starters. You guys should be knowing that, one, these abilities are really good. These, like, base starter abilities are really good once you're in those ranges. So, like, this Primarina, your Surf is going to do way more damage. And kind of will show later how that matters. Actually, dude, if he's just clicking Surf on these turns, if he clicks Surf on that turn, I mean, like, we're gonna be looking at like 45% or more. Like, I mean, these are 33% damage increases. These are massive boosts. And I'm not necessarily sure. It definitely can't call mine nearly as much. It'll have to use a lot more roosts. But yeah, you should just be clicking Surf. I already know this is Assault Vest, just based on what I know. Also, if you're by, you just need to kill this thing and finish it off. The extra Calm Minds you're getting here impact no calcs later. They don't matter. They don't do anything. This is the critical hit. If he's Surf, he does 33% more and wins the game, because there's no way Conkeldurr can finish it off. He can just spam Intimidates. But it's unfortunate it doesn't happen like that. Yeah, I mean, he tries to, it's just completely over from this point. Yeah, Bai definitely misplayed there. He could have won well before the crit, but also Bops misplayed there at the end by not just going for it. And then also the obvious prep mistake of not having Sucker Punch against Nespathra. You know, just mistakes there. That's our first game though. It was a nice little first game to ease us into the week. We got, up next, Irdiasil. Honestly, if you're watching, like, phonetically type your name so I can start pronouncing it right. And versus Twia 2. Let's just get into this game. Let's see, leads, Mew. Both of these leads are fine. I would have expected a more Klefki lead. Just Klefki seems like it can do more than a Porygon 2, but this Porygon 2 set is very interesting because it's so useless, and I don't know how. Oh, this is this game. Okay, this is a very interesting game. He goes into Klefki, sets up a Swords Dance, and then he hits him with the mean look and forces him to stay in. I will say, I know he's probably kind of trying to win the game. But I think Sacred Sword would have just been better than, Recover. He's gonna use Recover here. And, like, get up a bunch of his HP. I didn't even know this guy got Recover. I guess all of those Pokemon do. That legendary quartet. But he does end up killing it. He's got about 50%, or he's got about 60% of his health left. Yeah, Lycanroc comes in. I will say, just from watching this team, I think this Terra Lycanroc is pretty nuts. I think that this mon is very, very good. I would definitely not be opposed to using it myself in a future draft league run. We got Killing Machine. Is he gonna try and mean look this into? He's gonna not get the opportunity. Yep, doesn't work against ghost types. Swampert will come in. Nice little Lava Plume. I don't like lefties. I just would like, boots. If you're gonna try some whack shit like this, like Lava Plume, probably Hex, I guess. Knockoff's gonna get rid of them lefties. Like, Infernal Parade. What is that move? Is that just a Hex, but better? What is Infernal Parade? Give me one. I'm looking up this move. Infernal Parade. This is just a... Inflicts damage. Okay, so... Okay, this is a Hex that can burn. Okay, so it's like a weird mix of Scald and Hex. That's kind of a cool move. It kind of sucks, but it's cool. So, yeah, I mean, I guess. Killing Machine's gonna come back out. Gonna try and recover off some of this. Dude, I will say, I might just be a hater. I think Porygon sucks as a Pokemon. I think this Pokemon is not draftable. I think that this is the epitome of a sit there, do nothing Pokemon that has so far accomplished literally nothing this game. But also, why are we giving this up? This thing is good. This thing beats every Pokemon but Lycanroc. This is a little troll. Just giving this up for no reason, really. I'm not even sure an Ice Spinner would kill. And that was just completely, because you have swap-ins. You still have your Terrapagos. You're gonna have your Swampert, even though he's burned. Ogerpon surely doesn't, but like you're gonna have Pecharunt. Pecharunt surely is fine taking a little bit of damage. Malignant Chain. I will say, it's a little troll. But I'm going to tell you this now. This is a Covert Cloak Hippowdon. I would say after like 3 Malignant Chains or something that's like 50%, I would just call it. I would be like, okay, it's probably Covert Cloak. Yeah, that's what I would do. You just kind of have to at some point recognize that you're either never going to get the poison or it's Covert Cloak. So Mew comes in. I will also say Mew is another. This is my personal opinion, so none of it actually matters. But Mew is another bait Pokemon in my opinion. I think that Pokemon is worthless without Roost or Recover or any of those moves. But we'll see. I mean, this thing actually did something. It's kind of crazy. I feel like agility on this mon is a waste. What does outspeeding do with a Pokemon this bulky? That is... like... dude, that para is actually pretty massive. Dude, it's... how is this guy taking so much damage? I know it's +1 special deck, but I just would not have expected this. If you're in a situation like this, you're probably just gonna have to take the L. Personally, you don't need these recovers very much anymore. You're not gonna win the 1v1s against any of these Pokemon besides Swampert, and you don't really need this Pokemon to deal with Swampert because it's a burn Swampert. It's pretty useless. So I would just recover until it gets parried and see if you get lucky. Like, sometimes just try and get lucky. There's no need to take the kill here. There's a good chance, the odds are quite in your favor, that before 5 recovers go, he gets parried. And if he doesn't, you lose your recovers on a Pokemon that isn't that useful. So like, just like, sometimes it's good to And you stall out all of the Terra Starstorms. Sometimes it's good to just, like, you know, kind of make a play that's a little bit luck reliant. Kind of see what happens. Yeah, and then this Hippowdon is designed entirely to beat this. We can skip a few turns here. It just keeps Malignant chaining. Mean Look. I would at a certain point just go into, I guess Hearthflame probably can't. But yeah, this Killing Machine is not gonna, it doesn't even win this one. He just keeps trying to go for a poison. Ends up getting conked out. I don't think it's winnable anyway. I think there's just too much he has to overcome with just a Petrant and a Ogerpon, but I think I would have probably switched to Ogerpon at some point to try and make a play. Curse Tech is cool. I do like Curse Tech. Unfortunately, you needed to do this way earlier. Yeah. So Ivy Cudgel, Trailblaze. I don't mind Trailblaze. Trailblaze is fine. Knockoff. It doesn't matter. I think this just dies to an Accelerock. Sligerrock, man. This boosted priority Accelerock has just been doing wonders. This Terra Rock has been doing wonders for this team. Not a ton to go over. I think I said everything I needed to in the match. I believe actually some of this Mew is gone. I think that some of this team has been changed since this match. We will go to SpookyMars casting. This is one of my favorite sets of the week. My boy does it. My boy does it. Leading off. I guess there's no theory here. I would personally just, if I'm running a team like Spookies, I would just personally lead off Muck. You're gonna want to be knocking off constantly. You're gonna want to, you know, and there's no bad outcome. There's generally no bad outcome to it. Gas Boy's gonna come in. Heatran will come in. Heatran's definitely fine here. This Heatran set is kind of whack. Muckalola comes in. I like Muckalola coming in. You should just be clicking knockoff. Click knockoff, click knockoff, click knockoff. Yes. Get rid of items, especially when you're stall. People's items are super duper important. I don't mind going Heatran. It's super easy for him to get rocks back up later in the game. He just gets chances to get burns like this. Hydrapple will come in. Goes for the Ice Beam. He lives! Yeah. You just have to know that all water types have Ice Beam. It's a bit troll. He got lucky that... He probably got lucky. I don't know the role. But I'm going to assume that he, at some point, got lucky. Give me 1 second. This match is very long. Yeah, I like this. Muck should be in a lot. Muck should be just... I don't know if you should be clicking knockoff. I also don't mind clicking poison jab. Doesn't really matter. Because this thing doesn't have Scald anymore. Please click knockoff. Yes! Yes! Lumberry is huge. Heatran? Okay. This is troll. You gotta know. Heatran's a bit troll. Because Scizor has close combat now. It's a knowledge diff. You just have to know Scizor has close combat. You know you didn't. It has superpower. I don't think this is even Flame Body either. So I don't think there's anything to gain off of this. And Alola also always for free, always swaps into this guy. Goes in, body press does nothing. What is this running body press for? This moveset sucks. I'm gonna say it. My Drepel's back at full already? Jesus. Fickle Beam comes out. Fickle Beam is huge. I like Fickle Beam. I'd probably just go Draco on a team like this. Also, if Scizor isn't staying in on a situation like that, which he shouldn't have stayed in either, but if Scizor isn't staying in on a situation like that, you should generally know that, what's going on there. Goes for the Wish. Gets a Dragon Tail. Heatran's gonna be dragged out. Should just be able to swap into Lou. Yep. Yeah, Lou comes in, does quite nicely. Ruination. Ruination's also a great move to be clicking. Ruination is another great move to be clicking. Also, one thing with Weezing Galar, pay attention to all potential abilities. If you notice, you should have confirmation that this is Levitate. How do we know it's Levitate? Because Neutralizing Gas announces itself when it enters the field. Oh, I wish I could make it to where you guys could see this. Maybe if I do it like... Oh, what's going on? Okay, never mind. Neutralizing Gas announces itself when it comes in. And Misty Surge will also announce itself when it comes in. Due to, his own, sorry, I'm spacing out. Misty Terrain also announced itself due to setting up Misty Terrain. So Levitate has to be the ability. So it's just something you can do. If you know the abilities, that announce themselves, you should be able to just determine sometimes what their ability is based on the fact that it hasn't announced itself. Like, for example, a Crocodile or a, what's the Gyarados that hasn't intimidated you is likely Moxie. Just things like that. Same with the Salamence. For some reason they give Intimidate and Moxie to a lot of Pokemon. Not gonna lie to you. If I'm Spooky in this position, I know a lot of people will be tempted to see, okay, I'm only doing 28%. I don't want to, I'm only doing 28%. I don't want to keep hitting. But he only has 2 recovers left. This is going to be a long-winded game. We already know this. These are is a defensive team versus a full-on stall team. So, like, stay in. It can't do that much to you. You can force out the rest of its recovers. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We can actually keep watching. Nothing too important happens. But you can force out the rest of its recovers, and then Smilotic is very, very crippled. Nice. Block the defog. This Pokemon should just be dying to Shadow Balls, so it's pretty free to just click them. You do 39% here. Stay in. Click it again. Because we're Scarfed. You should also probably be able to assume that we're Scarfed at this point. Yep, we got the special defense drop. We can just stay in and click it again. 38%. God, Gliscor's Poison heals so much. Gliscor's Poison heal is such a tricky piece of bullshit. Because if you swap on that turn when he protects, it fails, and he can just protect again. But we always have a Drapple, literally always, to swap into this thing. And, well, it will get some recover back. Ooh, the nasty plot! Youch! Gouging Goob. Fickle Beam's gonna come out, coming clutch. Milotic comes in. One new mistake I see a lot. I've been seeing it a lot less this season. But, a lot of people get attached to their boosts. A lot of people stay in when they have a boost. So, do not do it. I will also mention, I forgot, that was Spooky's first kill of the entire league, baby. First kill of the entire league. So, keep that in mind. The Dragon Tail comes out. This is fine. I would just, like... You know, this thing has no more recovers, dude. Get yourself a Ruination. Yes, sir. Ruination's good. He goes for the nasty plot. Do you just... Oh, the Whirlwind. Scissor's gonna come in. I would just probably Whirlwind again. This is fine. Bug Bite. What? Trailblaze? I didn't even know this mon got Trailblaze. This is kind of neat. Goes to the Trailblaze. Doesn't get it. How much does the Lolo heal this guy? Oh my god, to full. Yeah, close combat won't even kill. Yeah, I like this trade. I like this trade. Picks up the second kill of the season. Goes for the U-turn here. I don't like the U-turn. There you go. Lava Plume does a decent bit of damage. Yeah, Alomola comes in. There's not a lot going on right now. This Snake Boy guy is basically gone, and once this guy is gone, our goat Hydrapple comes in clutch and just starts frying. Muck comes in, cleans this bitch off. And this game is basically just over. It's just gonna take a while. He has no real answers. He goes for the Swords Dance. I think he goes for the Protect again here. I don't think he goes for the Fickle Beam. And then I believe Hydrapple, that girly, gets all out. Yeah, goes all out for that attack. Do we predict the Wheezing? I don't even think... Is this thing faster? It is faster. Can just go Golden Go, even though the overeat happens. Shouldn't do it. And then we got our feller, Golden Go, able to just clean up shop with the Scarf. And Spooky saves his season. Spooky saves the season. I think he would have been completely eliminated from playoffs, but we'll talk more about that later. And he comes back with a 6-0. Up next, we have Gotham versus Gavx. Which one's Gavx? I believe it's X Ninja. A pretty interesting set this week from what I remember. Starting off with level 1 boss. Vileplume comes in. This Vileplume is a nasty monster. Vileplume is a nasty, nasty monster. Mystical Fire comes out. We don't go straight into that. Reptar comes in. We should know this is Terra Fighting. It's been Terra Fighting all season. It's also confirmed to be Terra Fighting. There's a nice chance. Oh, what? What's going on? Why is the speed got so fast for a short period of time? The Strength Sap comes in. Strength Sap is beast. Hexarus is gonna come out. This Vileplume's an underrated Terra Captain. Very, very good mon. Chilling Water. Chilling Water is an interesting move because I've never used it, but I think it's good. I think it's really good in draft context. King Charles III, my fella, I guess. I don't know. Should be just getting Leech Seeds out to start making progress. We do Giga Drain. Giga Drain's fine. This thing can't poison us, so you're kind of free to just... Yeah, you're kind of free to Strength Sap. Get back to full. Put up your seeds. Just make a little bit of progress. It just can't threaten you. I would Leech Seed again, but he decides not to. Go Goes into Moltres. Moltres is a good option here. Goes for the Air Slash. That's Rapid Spin's fine. It's only one layer of spikes, but I guess that's fine. As for the U-turn, I mean, this Moltres did a lot more work than I thought. Because I would see that in my mind. I could be wrong. I don't remember the set fully, but I could see that if I was making that play, I would just assume for the rest of the game that this thing doesn't have Stone Edge. I would make that. I would make that assumption. We do get the poison. Nice. It's just kind of the thing that Haxorus does that is different than like an Avalugg or something else like that. This thing just spreads hazards, or not hazards, statuses, which is very, very good. It's very, very strong utility from this mon. Popeye's 3-piece combo, the chicken, is coming in clutch. I like this, even though you're not getting much chip. Getting chip on this thing, especially because there's no way for it to ever get its health back, very, very good. Take your time. Make it happen. Flinch, what is it, 4 times in a row? 1, 2. Oh, he doesn't go for the 3. This U-turn should do a decent chunk. Extra Drug can come in, should be able to finish this off. He goes for the Iron Head. Yup, just finishes that off too. Oh, I was about to see why was it Rocky Helmet, but it tricked his Scarf. I did the same thing when I was watching the game. Haxorus is just so strong. He does get the poison. I think it doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. There's just no way, because Blaziken has to Swords Dance. Blaziken has to Swords Dance. He just Sludge Bombs again. Goes for another poison chance. He's like guaranteed to get status tier, basically. If this is Effect Spore, because he's got a... yeah, I don't think it affected the game that much, because that's doing 44. 2 Sludge Bombs. I mean, that's just literally a coin flip on if it paras in the Sludge Bomber's favor. And then he has to not get parried on the close combat. I don't even know if he kills from +2. I don't even... like, Vileplume is a defensive monster. I'm not sure he kills on +2. Special Tyranitar, it's pretty standard in draft, I think. I think more people like special over physical in draft. I think it just provides a better move pool. Or like a variant of mixed. Yeah, we're just gonna... I mean, he's just gonna be able to Earth Power again. Ligma definitely doesn't win this, I don't think. He doesn't even have to, though. Pain Spit will come out. I don't see the point of that. What is he gonna... yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see the point of this. Chilling Water will keep coming. The freeze, little cherry on top. Once again, doesn't actually matter. He's already faster. It's just a little insane. Oh, is he Life Orb? Oh no, it's just sand. The Underminer. Yeah, I mean, Extra Drill just cleans up. I think it's Scarfed, yeah. So, Extra Drill just cleans up. I'm trying to think of what he did wrong. I don't know what he did wrong. I just think his prep was like just not, like, he had no way of dealing with this Vileplume. The trick was a good play, but other than that, is like, I feel like most of the luck doesn't actually impact anything. Donphan not having Stone Edge is criminal. Because it has no way to deal with this Moltres. Then, and Moltres is like the main thing blocking an Amorous Therian from going crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, was this not having Stone Edge. I would also, first off, on this week especially, into like an Excadrill, I would be running Chicken on a Balloon. I would want Blaziken to have an Air Balloon to get more setup chances, more opportunities to try and win the game. Yeah, that's my own personal opinion. I think a lot of the mistakes that game were more in the prep phase than the actual game itself. Up next, Finalcrew versus Icharlly. Watch from Charlie's perspective. It's just what I'm used to. Ceruledge comes in. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh, it's not even Zoroark. He didn't even bring it. Ceruledge goes to the Shadow Sting. He does just kind of give this up. I think giving this up is a mistake. You're going to want the Shadow Sneaks for Boulder. I don't even know what he procs it on, though. I guess you have to, like, proc it on, like, a flip turn. Irdiasil will come in. He goes to Spectrier. Gets the Rapid Spin prediction. Volt Switch comes out. Iron Bundle comes in. Holy shit, it's dead. Oh my god. Iron Bundle is not a Tenkymon. I will say, this play is literally insane. They're both Scarfed, so if you don't know, Ditto doesn't copy Scarfs. So they can still Speed Tie if it's a Scarf Ditto, but that is literally insane to do. We also talked, me and Charlie talked about this after the game. Since Samurott Hisui and Spectre are both Scarfed, the plan should have been, in the case of a Ditto especially, to have Samurott Hisui be 1 point faster. Because these are both Spedcrep to be faster than Dragapult. So this should have been Spedcrep to be faster than Dragapult. And then this should have been Spedcrep to be faster than, 1 point faster than Spectrier. Just so, if you're in this situation, you can go for the Shadow Ball, no worries. Because even if you lose it, you just get another layer of spikes up. Because you're just gonna go and do that. He does go for... this plays a little troll. You only have one layer of spikes up. It is not worth protecting. Go to your Great Tusk. You just are in the same exact position, but a little bit better. Going for the Ice Spinner is nice. Good play. And then, yeah, you pick up this kill. You pick up that kill quite nicely. Dragapult comes out. This should just be straight up in a Florges, and then boom. Psychic Fangs. That is a crit. Jesus. That move is weak. Yeah, the Moonblast comes out, and it's just game. Could have been a 6-0 with just slightly better play. As far as Finalcrew goes, I think he just sacked Ceruledge way too early. Sacked Ceruledge too early. I don't mind going for the Ditto 50-50. Because the risk-reward is so heavily in Finalcrew's favor. And he also doesn't have confirmation that it's Scarfed, I don't think. I don't remember. At that point, he shouldn't have confirmation that it's Scarfed. Because even if it was Scarfed, Irdiasil would still be faster, I believe. So, you know, I think that 50-50 is fine. Even though, because in his mind, it isn't even a 50-50 yet. It's just a potential. Man, Boulder has been fucking useless this season. It hasn't done shit. Other than that, I think just it has to be a little bit of a prep diff, and then Ceruledge just was sacrificed for no reason. Because if you're... Let's go back to turn 1. On turn 1... Going for Swords Dance... I would personally probably go for Bitterblade myself that turn. I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a tough play. You don't heal back to full anyway. It does kind of just suck. I think you still save it, though. You might be able to... I presume it's Focus Sash because it's Swords Dance turn 1. You might be able to get your... You might be able to get that back later. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next game. Oh, this is a... Damn, we watched a lot of these games. Charge bug. This thing's charge. Just if you're playing this guy, prepare for charge bug. This guy has been the entire time. He's been coming. He's been bringing sticky webs. He's been thunder waving. I like the thunder wave. If you get it, it's really, really good. He got it against someone pretty good. Hitmonlee is what scared you? I would just thunder wave again, or sticky web, or I mean, I guess Hitmonlee got rapid spin, I think, but I see no reason to be afraid. I see no reason to be scared. Sneasler comes out. Charge bug comes back in. Knock off the Eviolite that is massive. That's always good. Knock off against this team, I've noticed, is really, really good. Because, like, the worst case scenario, I guess, would be Azumarill comes in, and then you get a guaranteed, like, knowledge on what Azumarill's set is. Because you're going to know if it's Belly Drum, if it's Citrus, you're going to know if it's Bandit, or Assault Vest. Ludicolo comes in, the GOAT. Hydro Pump, Beast. Sneasler comes in. He just sacks this for no reason. What Terra is this? Are we like Terra Steel? We're Terra Electric. I don't know if you live, but I don't know why you wouldn't Terra here. There seemingly is no benefit to being water or grass here. Terra Electric seemed... I don't know if you live, like I said, but there's no benefit at that point to being Terra, or to being water grass. Goes for a flip turn, doesn't connect. If you're paying attention, you should know by now that that probably is... well, it doesn't confirm. I would assume, though, that it's definitely choiced if it didn't swap moves there and go with a Phantom Force or like, I don't even know. But I would guess that it's probably choiced. Raikou comes in. Raikou kind of feels like it's going to do nothing to Rillaboom. We do know it's heavy duty boots. Don't have to worry about that item. Gets the Para. Para's very nice. Para's nice. Volt Switch gets a little extra chip. It should be Woodhammer then, if it's full. Oh, U-turn. U-turn's good. Drifblim comes in. Drifblim the GOAT. Goes for the substitute. Yeah, that is very, very scary. This Charger Bug is now completely useless against it. Is Drifblim a Terra Captain for him? I don't know. He didn't change its Terra. It's still Ghost. I don't know. Shadow Ball's, yeah, Shadow Ball's just gonna do that, huh? Pelipper's gonna come in. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's just getting so many free kills. He's sacking all the guys. He is sacking all the guys. Chat, we do not need to sack all the guys. Goes for the sap there. Should go for it again. Boom. Shadow Ball. Ooh, doesn't pick up the kill. Wow. What? Wait. Huh? Did you get defense drop? Is that what happened? Oh, okay. I was wondering why I did so much more. I would probably strength up again. I don't know how much HP you get. How much did he get the first time? Did he go back up to full? No, he didn't. He got 33. This defense drop sucks. That kind of blows. Aquajet's gonna do nothing. Dire Claw. Does Dire Claw just clean up? I believe it does, surely, right? Like, there's no way this lives. Yeah, Dire Claw probably just cleans up. And if not, I'm sure the after effect Rillaboom probably does. I don't even think it gets one shot, so I think it gets 2 chances. Yeah, Rillaboom cleans up. Game from Bastion. I think the main thing would be just this Ludicolo probably doesn't need to die. I think this Ludicolo is important. If you're playing weather, you really, really need to try hard to protect your weather setters. With that being said, let's go into FCU fan. I will say, this is my favorite game of the whole season. This game is really, really sick. Although there definitely are many, many misplays. Goes for the aerial ace. It's flip turn. I forgot that this thing is fast. By fast, I mean base 100. It's not fast at all anymore. For the Terra, gets the rapid spin. I like the rapid spin. It's fine. Also, shout out to changing the name because of the Raikou recaps. But, what is this? What is the play in here? Also, a wall of Fs in the chat for him. Gets up Toxic against this feller. Yeah, this... We've just allowed him to get 3 kills. A lot of these are mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Normally, going for Stealth Rocks, I won't even admonish him. Going for Stealth Rocks is a good play. But I will admonish, once we see bulk up, we should know that this is just not going to do any damage anymore. And should be swapping out. Goes to Annihilate. Annihilate needs to just be sacked. If you're going to sack a Pokemon, sack it. If not, because this is really, really bad, because now this Pokemon won't get a hit off. And this Pokemon getting a hit off would have done massive, massive work, because the game is not over. It surely does enough for this. A Volt Switch surely does enough for this guy. But then the Drain Punch comes in, and now he's like basically back, and he no longer has any ways to kill this. He just has to go for Ivy Cudgel for boosted crit rate. He doesn't get it. And that's just the game. Very, very, very good set. This Screamtail set is amazing. The Screamtail set is phenomenal. Also, slight optimization. Go for Drain Punch. It's going to 2-hit KO anyway. You'll just get more health. Less likely to lose to crit. Slight optimization. It's not that important. That's just nitpicking. But this game was just really good. Forza made a mistake where he could have won the game. He just has to not let Buzz Lightyear get no value. And then Greninja can probably pick up the load. This is a very, very, very good game though. I really liked it. Dobesito does come out with the win. Very, very nice from him. And a very, very creative set. C2 versus Tito. I would just say starting off, C2 versus Tito. Tito, it's been a little tough to watch. I won't lie, because Tito is a team that I would love to play with. And I'm seeing a lot of kind of the same mistakes, I guess, is what I'd say. Oh, it crit. I was like, why did he do so much more the first time? Braybirds, not gonna do a ton. Is it gonna turn 1 crit? I don't think it does anything. The mirror armor is nice. Goes for the Garchomp. Howard, the goat Custap. Marnie, what Sorry, I'm watching my team's draft on the other monitor. Goes to the Swords Dance. This is kind of a beast play. I don't mind this, but I personally wouldn't do this. He doesn't get the special attack boost. Actually, if he gets the special attack boost, is it over? No, because this is probably Scarf Meow. Because this could have, like, Psychic or Energy Ball or something that would win him the game. Sylveon comes in. Okay. One of the things I'll say, C2, you gotta customize your Pokemon. Almost every single one of your Pokemon seems to have, like, a base set in the calculator that you're using. Customize it. This should be fully specially defensive. This is the full defense set that they use in NU for Flygon. Again, for a Flygon counter. This is not the, if you're fully specially defensive, you're in so much better of a spot. Especially because he has basically nothing for it. Because, oh, he has Terrifier Hariyama. Okay. He has something for it. Yeah, Vacuum Wave, crit. That crit probably matters, right? Yeah, that crit matters, surely. The crit is unfortunate. But what I'm, yeah, on Dutch, do a little bit of damage. If it U-turns, it's not, oh, it's not Scarfed. Oh. Wow. I thought it was Scarfed the whole time. It's probably, Boots, then. We just don't have any hazards. That's just a little silly, but it's fine. Gets rid of that. It goes for the U-turn. Wow, this is just unfortunate. Unfortunate to see. Gets the confusion too. That is tough. That's for Roost. Yeah, hits himself. You roost again. Oh, you gotta roost again. Gotta go for it. This probably is Icy Wind, if I had to guess. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just almost kills. Doesn't matter, though, because I don't think he has any knockoff swap-ins anymore. Oh my god, why is it stuck on my screen? Okay, well, that's stuck on my screen. It's gone now. King's Caw. Gets taunted. Triple Axle doesn't do enough. U-turns, though. U-turn's a little troll. You should just knockoff's fine. I would have probably U-turned again, but yeah. Should be able to get Zapdos or Hariyama this kill. Terra Blast. Oh, it's fucking Guts too. Oh, baby, that is gonna do a ton. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good play from Tito. A little unlucky from C2. But C2, I'm going to say this. I have noticed over the past few weeks, you use the sets, like you use the EVs of standard sets, and then just change the move pools. You got to change your EVs too. You got to customize it for who you're playing against. That's like very, very important, very, very important stuff. This episode is actually not as long as I thought. We still have the standings to go over. So let's do that real quick. Let's take a look at the standings. This week we lost another undefeated person. Charlie's bumped into third. Charlie's kind of just been the headhunter of the top of the undefeated people. As soon as you lose your undefeated status, Charlie's got high enough differential to just knock you under her. We still have 2 undefeated players. I think it's the only league where there's 2. I think every other division has only 1 or none. So this division still has 2. One of the things Corzahh mentioned earlier was talking about how there's just such a defined gap between the top 8 and the bottom 8. I don't know if it's confirmed, but based on history speaking, I am going to make the statement now that the bottom 3 are knocked out of upper division playoffs. It's been so long since I've seen a 3 and 4 team make playoffs. I'm going to say, especially considering these people have such low differentials, I'm going to say these 3 are probably knocked out of playoffs. Keep in mind, though, there's still redemption playoffs. There's the bottom half get their own playoffs. So go ahead and win those. You know, and just focus on learning and improving and just absorbing knowledge. And come back next season stronger. Bye is definitely the closest to breaking into the top 8 playoffs, but I mean there's still a very clear divide between 8 and up. SpookyMars did just save his season, and is able to keep on fighting for the playoff race. Let me just take one look at the schedule. See, upcoming weeks. Week 5 is upcoming. What are some important matches? The top 2, the undefeated teams don't seem to run into any of the top 8 anymore, do they? Oh, Irdiasil will have Icharlly to finish it off, week 7. But unfortunately, I don't think Dobesito plays anyone really that tough coming out of the not tough, anyone highly seeded. Every week can be tough. Matchups, all that stuff matter. But as far as he goes, I mean, he does play Tito. He does play a top 8. Okay, so I think they both have a top 8 opponent left over. Bai also has to play against both. So, you know. Important matches next week, though. I think the closest in seeding is Noob versus Icharlly. Other than that, SpookyMars has to, in my opinion, has to win out. So, you know, kind of root for him. Keep watching him. And we will kind of see how he ends up. I believe he has to win out from here on out to make playoffs. X Ninja will also, he won't be playing for playoffs yet, I don't think. But it is still pretty important that he wins. No, he's 1-3. I think he does have to win. So this match is a playoff dream kept alive. A lot of these 12th through, basically, honestly, just the low seeds are the people I would be looking at. 10 through 13th are all playing for their chances to still make upper division playoffs or upper half playoffs. So those are the people to watch out for. Thank you guys for watching the Raikou recap. I know I'm a little bit behind on videos, been focusing on some draft stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow will be the my actual match from last week. That one's been delayed for quite some time, just working on other stuff. So if you want to keep learning more and getting more knowledge about how I play the game, then go ahead and check that one out. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next Monday for the next Raikou recap.